Welcome everybody to another episode of Community Voices. Hope everybody's doing good, feeling great. Man, now we're back into the groove and hitting our stride with Community Voices. Very excited to have this guest on. Chicago Bear pro wide receiver, a beast on that field. DJ Moore, how you doing, man? Welcome to Community Voices.
Man, thank you for the intro. I'm doing amazing. And yourself?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm excited to have you on, man. I appreciate you.
Man, I'm excited to be on. This is the first interview I'm having with the foundation in a while, so I'm good.
Dope, man. Well, let's get straight into it. 'Cause I know it's also off season, but off season can also be busy. So I want to make sure I respect that time.
Nah, you
Um,
good.
you were the first wide receiver off the board in the 2018 draft. Um, big. That's a big deal. That's a really big deal. And that also comes with a lot of expectations, a lot of weight you have to carry for coming off the board like that. What did it mean to kind of hear your name called, after all the hard work and grind and dedication? If you can kind of put yourself back into that point when your name was first called, what did that feel like?
So coming out, when I came out, I wasn't even on nobody's boards. Like I wasn't even top five, none of that. So we get to the combine. I blow up the combine, have a good combine day. After that, I start seeing my name go in the top 10. And then, like, 2 weeks out, I see the top five. And then on people boards, I was like top one, top two. And then, like, the night before, it was like I was one on mainly everybody thing. I was like, what the hell happened? Like, I don't understand. Like, I wasn't understanding what was like the big jump. Like, I did it on film. Like, my film was speaking, I guess. And then I went out there and blew up the combine and did well in the interview. So I was happy that I got called first. And that was a good year.
I believe it. I can only imagine the excitement, and also it just feels like so much, especially when you consider the pandemic here. Like this seems like it just feels so much like much time has passed in between, like when you were first called to now. But it's still like such a great accomplishment because you had to come in, not on nobody's radar, then on everybody's radar, and then getting
Right.
that call and then just being in the league once you got in here. We fast forward, from 2018 and now. I mean, we're cutting. What is that? I'm not good at math. We're
Eight
talking about
years.
what, 8
Year
years?
eight.
Yeah,
Yeah. This year eight.
that's as a wide receiver. That's also like vet status. Like you're the vet in the locker room now. People are coming to you for the experience, or
Yes.
the questions, or the guidance, or the wisdom. So what does it feel like? To be in this place now, having all this experience, all this knowledge, learned and grown. How does it feel to be in that spot now, and like being able to like mentor the mentality for the young guys in the locker room?
It's kind of weird because I'm still roughly young. Like I just turned 28 this year, so it was like
But you're super young.
I'm 28 and I'm this year eight. So people like really coming to me like I'm like a old head. Like yo, what I'm supposed to do now? I'm like I'm still learning the same way you still learning, but at a different pace. Like my best was Cam Newton and Torrey Smith, so they put me on a straight line, and I've been following that lead ever since.
Nice, nice. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy today. I saw some kind of interview yesterday. I think they were interviewing some of the summer league players from like, in the NBA, and they were talking about what year people become unk status, and it's like, man, like how 28, 30. That's not old, but they really think
No,
that's
that's
old. It's
definitely
so
not old to
crazy.
be no unk. Unk is like 35 plus.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's so
Yeah.
crazy. It's so crazy. But I mean, again, on the other side of things, like you said, it can feel weird. It's something you have to get used to. But also, it's like with that knowledge and wisdom, you don't just hold. You don't have it just to hold it. You have it to also spread it around and share your experiences, then grow while you're doing it. So I love that's kind of the mindset too. Last
Yeah.
year, my bad. Go ahead. No.
No, I'm saying yeah, because I learned a lot in my 8 years. Well, like a lot, a lot. So it's like whenever somebody got a question, I'm not just going to just gatekeep it like or gatekeep what I do. I'm gonna just pass it down regardless. So I don't really care.
I got a question for you. You said you learned a lot. What would you say is like, in hindsight, right? What would you say is like one
hmm
thing you would have told yourself, like from the jump, like year one, that you know now?
Year one, study and just have fun. Don't make life too stressful. Cause when you come in, you like stress. You like, dang, these people got families. They got to feed their families. They got wives. They got kids. But at the same time, everybody just out there playing the game they love and having fun
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel that. Now, last year, right? Last year, signed a huge extension with the Bears. You are locked in for real now. Congrats on that.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And you come from a very a background that really showed and like personified what it's like to work hard, to grind, to really go get it and stay committed in order to reap the success of that hard work. I think your mom worked 30 years with Southeastern Pennsylvania Transportation Authority. There's so much. You just come from such a hardworking family. How does that like hard work that was kind of instilled like by your parents on like really grinding it out and making it happen? How does your parents kind of upbringing and life lessons earlier on lead into how you moved in out your career, and also how does it lead into now as a father?
Uh, my mom used to wake up like super early, maybe like 4:30 to get ready for work and be at work at 6. And I just used to have to like when she was leaving out, get up, get ready, get myself ready for school. So I was like already building that independence on how to be on time, get myself ready to be where I need to be early. Uh, so that was one thing, and then the next was always just go somewhere and just be you and have fun, no matter what, and work hard. Having hard work can also be fun at the same time, but just getting through it is not the case. Just you got to work hard and have fun at it too.
For sure, for sure. And then do you feel like we talked about how it is as a father now. Like, what is something that you felt she taught you that now you took on and now you're passing on in that way?
Uh, I don't know. Maybe to have patience because I know I was a little kid running around just causing havoc when I was little, and just to see my kids running around now, I'm just like, dang, that's a lot of patience that has to go into it. So I'm real patient with all of them. So we got a 3 month old, 1 year. Well, he just had a birthday, July 15th, so he's 2, and our 5 year old. So he is the one that's going crazy right now. So we got to have a lot of patience with him.
I love that. I love that. And happy belated birthday. Happy belated.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Now, I want to shift gears a little bit from the field to the foundation of things. You also have
Mm-hmm.
your own foundation as well. Can you kind of like fill me in on like what were the moments, or what were the kind of like what were the moments, what were kind of the earlier foundation that led you to want to start a foundation to have that like impact off the field as well?
Just seeing people, seeing the Eagles players come around, have camps, have different things throughout the city. I was like, dang, that's cool. And if I ever get the chance, I'm going to have my own foundation, do camps, do give backs and stuff like that. So that really prepared me. And then I seen people that I grew up with start to have camps and give back. So it was good to see the layout of things and how it's supposed to be done, and then just do it on my own way.
I love that. I love that. Has there been a moment so far that's like stuck out to you, like a moment where there was an interaction, or there was, hitting like a certain goal? Has there been a moment so far in the foundational like journey that stuck out to you?
Uh, when I was nominated for Man of the Year with Carolina, that moment stuck
Mm,
out to me. Because that year, I think Susan G. Komen did did something with the foundation where because my grandmama had breast cancer and she was a survivor. She passed away this past year,
I'm sorry to hear
but
that. Condolences.
so thank you. So I just been doing that every year. We had a My Cause, My Cleats, so just cherish doing that. And then our foundation is just, it's always more to life with kids that are less fortunate. So with everything we do, we take our kids. Me and my wife take our kids to all our give backs and whatever we got to do to show that hey, you got a pretty sweet life that everybody else doesn't have. So, but just giving it to them for that moment or day or however long we are with them is special.
I love that. I love that. And to continue that mission too for More to Life Foundation. Awesome name of the foundation too. That More to Life Aspire.
Appreciate
More,
it.
the More to Life Foundation will be donating 5K to the foundation to continue its mission and vision, making sure it continues to have that impact and change
Man, thank you.
lives. Absolutely. No, thank you. Thank you. We're absolutely excited to do this. I want to ask two more things before we kind of bring the conversation to a close. I think, you talked about 8 years in the league, talked about
Hmm.
experience, been to a couple of teams, you've seen some things, you just had some, big successes as well. But then also, again, when you bring the whole circle of like, you've also done a lot on and off the field. What has this 8 years, what is one of the most important things that you're learning right now in this current year of your life that you have learned from everything, right? Like when you reflect on how much you've given back, when you reflect on like where you're at in your career and your life, what is like one of the biggest lessons that you've kind of like been reminding yourself to practice this year? I know it's kind of a loaded question, so take time for me.
No, to just not like dwell on the bad things that's going on around you. Whether it's on the field or in life in general, you can't dwell on it because every storm shall pass, and it always brings a sunny day or brings something better. Just like this past year, I was going through that slump of the body language. I'm just looking like, I mean, this year, like I'm going to just take it head on. Whatever comes our way, whatever happens, just look at the better outcomes that are to come. Like whether it's daily or it's in the game moment or just in life.
I love that. I love that. 'Cause, again, I guess it's like it's also a good thing to reflect on it now too, because it can be hard to try to have that perspective when things are going. Like it's one thing to say it now when like you're having a good
Yeah.
day, but it's one thing to have to like remember that when like everything feels like it's just like chaos around you.
When it's chaos, you really not thinking about it. You're just going off the emotions that's in the now. But if you got that in the back of your mind, you like, okay, I got to remind myself what I told myself back then to focus on the now.
I love that. I love that. And one more question to wrap this up. And I appreciate your time. It's been an amazing conversation.
Hmm.
Um, the last question is, I think we used to ask people, what is the legacy you want to leave and things like
Hmm.
that. But I think the one thing I kind of felt to identify with that question is understanding that legacy and what people want out of life means different things. Some people don't have dream jobs. Some people have dream lifestyles. Like some people, a legacy means like the work they do and not like the mark they leave. Everything is different. So I guess I say that to say this two-parter question here. When you think of your like legacy that you leave, what
Hmm.
does legacy mean to you? And then what is kind of like when people think of your name, what is the name? What do you want them to attach to your name when they think about your name? 10 years down the road.
Legacy means, I mean, starting with the family aspect, the kids and everything, just having something they could fall back on and just continue to grow with and have something under their belts as I get older. But I mean, leaving a legacy in the community is probably just leaving smiles everywhere I go and just leaving an impact. Like I got kids that just be like, "Do you remember me?" And I'd be like, "Yeah, I know your name, such and such." Like I have that like every year at a camp, and I really do be remembering kids' names and what they done and some DM me. I try to keep up with them all. So just leaving an impact on everybody that I come across.
I love it. And it's crazy how that question, it sounds so like small, but what that
Hmm.
actually means in their minds is like such a big deal. Like to just to be remembered, to have the like to feel like
Yeah.
you have a place in somebody's life where you don't always come across. Like it sounds like a small question, but in reality, that's like changing their whole like, oh wow,
That's
like
like
it's
they got like a jaw dropping moment. Like they'd be like, "You really remember?" Be like, "Yeah, I
mm-hmm.
really remember."
Yeah, because and it's the same thing. Like it's the beauty of foundational pieces because you never know what. Most of the time, it's not even about you remembering me. It's about like, oh, somebody cares. Oh, like
Hmm.
somebody's giving you the time of day, and like, maybe they haven't been getting time of day, whichever it is. But like, it's such a
Right.
big deal. So I love that.
And
I
just
love that.
interacting with them, like even if I had a camp that had 600 kids, like I'm interacting with every kid out there, no matter what. Like either it's a high five or a hug or just saying, "Hey, what you want to run here?" Like stuff like that. It's just simple stuff that goes a long way.
Absolutely, absolutely, man. I can't thank you enough for joining us and for the foundational work that you do. I a little bit getting active, so we're right on time. I
And my wife
appreciate you,
called.
man.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you, everybody, for joining for another episode of Community Voices. Until next time, take care.
Peace.